We are witnessing one of the most insane stories in internet history with this new app called T. And it is almost copy and paste out of a Black Mirror episode, which I'll go into later. But basically, the T app is the #1 free app in the world right now. It has a lot of features that involve women and dating, but it became infamous for one feature that allows women to post anonymous gossip and reviews about the men they meet on dating sites. The supposed reason for this feature is to have women help other women avoid creeps and cheaters that they've come across on these dating sites. That's how it's supposed to work. So let's say you're a woman living in Miami, Florida, who recently matched with a guy on Hinge or something. What you would do is you would log on to the T app. You would verify yourself as a woman by taking a picture of yourself. That is an important detail. So you verify that you're a woman by taking this picture. Then you can use the app to look up the person you matched with and see what other women had to say about him. So let's take a second to imagine the most ideal scenario of this T app being perfect. And then we can talk about what actually happened. So let's say you find this Hinge guy on the T app and there's a bunch of reviews saying that this guy is just a complete waste of space. He's human garbage, you know? He's cheating on his wife of 10 years. He has secret kids. He's abusive and he's a creep. And you have all these women testifying to that and sharing their personal stories about him. So you see that, and in this perfect world, the T app possibly just saved you from having to deal with this piece of crap. Amazing. But of course, that is not fully how the app was being used. I haven't gone on the app myself for obvious reasons, but according to people's experiences online, it was much more of just women bashing men that they went on bad dates with or got ghosted by. So instead of saying Joe Schmo is a creep because of XYZ and that you should beware of him, it's girls making fun of Joe Schmo for having a tiny wee-wee or being socially awkward or just having a bad experience on the date, which is messed up, and the internet was not quiet about that. Obviously, Twitter and other apps exploded once men found out, because from the man's point of view, there is an app out there that they are not allowed to get into because they are a man, and there's possibly photos of them and their dating profiles on there with a bunch of women bashing them and gossiping about them, which I think would make anyone upset. I mean, how would you feel about that? So that is what happened on the app, even though that's not the app's intended purpose. The creator of the app, Sean Cook, actually says he created the app after he saw his mother go through this terrifying experience of getting catfished by a man with a criminal record. He says that women should never have to compromise their safety while dating, which I agree with. But that's what makes this next part so incredibly ironic. Because I kid you not, a literal day after this app went viral on social media, the app had a data breach. Many of the women who shared their pictures and even driver's licenses online to verify themselves for this app, hoping to avoid toxic men they met online, got their pictures leaked online. 72,000 images of these women who were anonymously reading and telling stories about these men are now all over the internet. Maps have been made on 4chan showing where each of these women lives, and some women are being publicly bashed online for using the app. You know, because people think that they're just these awful, judgmental human beings. And all of this is because they were presumably trying to date more safely and warn other women about creeps. So thank you, Sean Cook. I'm sure your mother would be proud. And that may sound mean because obviously he can't control his app getting hacked, but let me explain. It's hard to even call what happened to the T app a hack because apparently the data that was pulled from the app was so easy to get, people think there actually wasn't any kind of security at all. And as I'm recording this video, I'm actually seeing a brand new article that says there is a second database leak on the T app where 1.1 million private messages were just leaked online. This is ridiculous. And the even worse part is the reason why you should think this guy that created this app is a scumbag, because when women log onto the T app and share their pictures and IDs for verification, the app promises them that they will delete the photo. Well, clearly that was a lie because the photos that were leaked from the app dated all the way back to even before February of 2024. Over a year ago. That means they saved these images of these women that they promised to delete for over a year. That is messed up. They promised these women an anonymous experience and instead they got full on doxxed. And this is exactly why I say this whole situation reminds me of that Black Mirror episode. I don't know if you guys remember the episode with the electronic bees. If not, basically what happens in the episode is there is this social media app where people can anonymously choose who is going to die. And these little robot bees kill the person who gets selected, which is kind of wild, right? So this process goes on throughout the episode and people are anonymously killing the people that they think deserve it. But at the end, spoiler alert, I guess, at the end of the episode, the bees end up going after all the people who participated instead. So now everyone who voted to kill people using the robot bees now gets hunted and killed by those same bees. You know, a little karmic retribution. And I'm not saying that that's exactly what happened here because I do believe some of the women on the app, and maybe most of them, had pure intentions. They just wanted to date safely and to avoid people that were possibly harmful to them. But it did remind me of that episode because, I mean, clearly you could see the parallels of them going online to anonymously talk about people and then they get their information leaked and now everyone's talking about them. So yeah, a very tough situation all around. I genuinely feel bad for those women out there with their faces and locations exposed online for the world to see. That's not right. And I also feel bad for the guys that got bashed that maybe didn't deserve it. I couldn't imagine what it would be like if every bad date that I went on got publicly blasted online. So just thinking about it from that perspective, I think everyone kind of has a right to be angry here. But I definitely think that the anger should be directed towards the creators of the T app and not each other because, I mean, every other freaking day on social media, it is a gender war. This doesn't need to be another one of them. Just attack the people whose fault this is, which is Sean and his stupid company. I mean, these dating apps are predatory to say the least. And no matter what noble story they try to tell you for why they created the app, the truth is they want money and they will play on your insecurities and fears to get it. But let me know what you guys think about the situation. And because you made it this far into the video, I gotta hit you with a fun fact. Let's see. Fun fact. Shrek was based off of a real person named Maurice Tillet. He was a Russian wrestler born in 1903 and he had a condition that made him look like the Shrek we all know and love. So there you have it. Shrek was a real person. Do what you want with that information. My name is Jay Hopes. Peace.